Welcome back to the channel, everyone, and to another bullet journal setup. I do apologize for those of you wondering where the vlogs are at, but that's just because it hasn't been all that productive to try to film with vlogs right now because of my husband's recovery from his injuries. He's doing well, by the way, and because of that, I find myself extremely grateful that it was not worse. Alright, so starting out here, we see me with my little mini calendar that I have set up. And yeah, I got the little mini calendar set up because I kind of needed it at the beginning of this journal. And we've been having to track appointments and medications and all of that jazz. So I actually absolutely love the little mini calendar, the way it looks in this, because it's just cute. It's cute with a piece of vellum from the Archer and Olive winter kit from 2022 over it as just kind of a little hidey window kind of thing. You will note that my theme for May is green. I wanted a happy color, and green is a very happy color for me. And we're just doing really simple setup for each page. There's not going to be anything overly complicated in any of these. So you guys will note I don't have a meal planner spread this month. This is due to the fact that it was not adding as much value to my bullet journal as what I had hoped. So it got replaced with a projects page because we are getting into summer and I have to be very on top of how I am using my time with all of the projects, especially considering with my husband's injuries, him being out of the game due to the broken sternum and cracked vertebrae. It makes it what amount of time he is able to help me with stuff is usually 5 minutes. So I have to action step plan all of the projects that I'm working on so that I don't become overwhelmed. We still have a chicken coop to bring online. The poor roof on that chicken coop is just not. It's just not. And you'll note I'm just really quickly putting to pen the full moon, the new moon, and I think we have a meteor shower coming up in May. I think. She says as she grabs the journal from behind her to double check. Yes, we do. The 6th and 7th, we have a meteor shower. However, the 5th is a full moon. So there is probably not going to be a great turnout or viewing of said meteor shower, unfortunately. You're just using a whole bunch of green washi tape because I have a lot of green. I don't know how I ended up with so much green washi tape, but I did. And you guys will note that I'm using a lot of cactus stickers. Now, succulents are a great way to get a green theme in your bullet journal. I think they're probably pretty classic, actually, when it comes to bullet journal themes. A lot of people have the hi cat. I just got joined by an Izzy in my lap. Succulents are a very common bullet journaling theme, and you could probably do a bullet journal theme based on each type of cactus. You could have a saguaro theme, you could have a barrel cactus theme, you could have a Christmas cactus theme. Okay, so for this next page, this is my leftover spread. And it has actually been more useful than the meal planning was. Because a lot of times when I come up with my meals, I have a tendency of coming up with stuff on the fly. I'll mix leftovers together into a whole new kind of meal, and it just the leftover spread is more to keep me from ending up with stuff that has to go into the compost, despite the fact that I like having my compost and like having it be nice and rich with biomatter. I don't want to actually put a lot into it if it can be helped. So, fun fact about cactuses. They're all edible. Unfortunately, that does not mean that they are all palatable. There are some cactuses that I've tried a bite of that was like biting into an unripe lime. And I'm just like, yeah, no, we'll make a note of that. That's a literally emergency source of liquid. Now we're using stickers from very basic sticker packs that you can get on Stationery Pal. I think you can find them on Obojo as well. I'm actually going to probably have to replenish these here in a few months because I'm going to end up using them up. But it's all good. Now, I will note that the green with the lighting that I deal with here in the studio is definitely a lot easier to see. Yellow works so much better as an accent color than as a main color, and I learned that lesson. Alright, so here we go into the May weather tracker. I've got my calligraphs going on here. This particular green actually ended up being so light colored. I was a bit startled / surprised because normally the greens are a bit more vibrant. I had completely forgotten this particular green was so mild, but it is a very beautiful color of green that I still appreciated using. That counting there was so that I could see where I could divide the AM weather with the PM weather. So, well, note that my focusing issues are not so bad this time, but I'm waiting for them to come out with an update of some kind for the camera app for the phone, so that I can actually fix this issue. You would think they would make those apps a bit more comprehensive, given how many people now use their phone for content. Bit new. You guys will note that I do a lot of spreads, very basic, just because a lot of times when I'm filming these, I've got a half hour, I've got 45 minutes to myself, like I do right now because my husband's taking a nap, and you can see I messed up there on the putting the lines between the weeks. And a lot of times I just don't really have a lot of time to add decoration, or I guess the aesthetic. I don't have a lot of time to add aesthetic to my pages, I guess is the way to phrase it. But it's not uncommon, like, as I'm using these pages in the future, of me adding decoration and stuff to it. weather's done. Hi, cat. You're okay. You'll see that the leftovers page is just broken down into dish, when it was made on, when I used it up, or froze it. Having frozen leftovers for leftover lottery on nights where I need to grab something and just throw it in the microwave helps out a lot. Now this next one is simple. It is just my video dashboard page. It ain't got much to it. I'll load that real quick here soon. Now a lot of these like little papers that I am using came from little ephemera packs that you can get from a variety of places. Most of mine I got from Stationery Pal. Absolutely love those guys for affordable journaling supplies. This video is not sponsored by anybody, except maybe the Homestead. Does it count if you sponsor yourself? Just wondering. Now, these succulent stickers were a part of a big pack of stickers that I got off of Amazon. You can find multi-packs of washi stickers on Amazon for a very affordable price. Sometimes probably less affordable, but I'm just gonna put a border real quick. I don't remember, because I'm sitting here watching this video as I'm recording the voiceover to see if I need to make any edits in color saturation wise. Oh, thank you, cat. Izzy, you are by far a very big cat. So this next page is my habit tracker, and as always I break it down into 3 sections. There's self-care, there's the home, and then there's the homestead. Now that might be a little confusing to some folks, but the reason I break it down into those 3 categories is because that's just that is what is easiest for keeping track of everything that I need to keep track of. You'll note that I'm sticking with my... I don't know if he would call them a horizontal. I'm not really sure what they call this particular style of tracker for the trackers. I'm not using the mini calendars because I can't fit as many mini calendars on a page as I can when I use this particular type of habit tracking spread. And May being what it is, there's a new self-care task that I don't think I added in while I was filming. I added it later because I realized that I'm really going to need to stay on top of that, and that is drinking 2 water bottles worth of water every day. 1 in the morning, 1 in the afternoon. Because, yeah, high Sonoran Desert, staying on top of your water intake, kind of important. Yeah, I didn't put anything in the video dashboard. While filming. I think I did that after. Yeah, I think I did that after. Now, probably in June, the homestead tracker are going to be a little bit more expansive. We do have the garden started. I have got a couple of garlic that actually survived winter. They didn't get munched by mice. I was in shock. So I've got those guys. I have probably close to a dozen tomatoes that have sprouted from the seeds, which I am so happy about. I have several golden zucchini squash that have sprouted. From the looks of it, all of my basil seeds sprouted. I'm I'm going to be drying a lot of basil come fall. Some of my cilantro or oregano has come up, and so far only a couple of the marigolds I planted have come up. I have also planted peppers and some butternut squash. I don't think the peppers are gonna be coming up. They just haven't sprouted yet, and I'm not really sure why, but sometimes that happens. Germination rates on seeds can be a little sketchy sometimes. But this year I have had a much higher germination rate with my seeds, and I think a part of that is just because I haven't been overwatering them. Oh, I didn't fill in the things I'm tracking for you guys while I was filming. So, new wake up time, vitamins, teeth, move, shower for self-care, and the water bottles. The home tasks are dishes, trash, clean litter box, compost, tidy up, admin. Homestead tasks are watering the garden, improving the yard, watering the front yard, watering the backyard, refilling our outdoor cat's bowl. And right here, pretty self-explanatory on the screen, we've got our weekly stuff, we've got our monthly, and we've got my sleep tracker. And you can see the page on the right has the crinkly going on from where I was erasing things. I didn't realize it was so bad. I didn't realize it was going to be so obvious. I'm still working on figuring out a good distance to film from, and it seems like it had less trouble refocusing and getting back on task this particular month. Could be wrong though. You guys will note that I am still on my studio desk. I'm not on my dining room table. That is because I could not figure out a good angle with my phone tripod in order to film and not end up with a massive shadow. And yes, there's a little smiley face for if I get 10 hours of sleep. Oh man, I would have given anything to be able to sleep 10 hours. Last night, anyways. Here recently, we've been averaging about 6 to 7.5 hours of sleep. Dave, a little bit more when you count his naps because of his injuries. You'll note that I tend to do things with my hands sometimes that may not make much sense. A lot of times I'll be sitting in my hand, I'll do that waggle number with my hands because I'm just like trying to figure out what I want to do. Now, I have noticed that sometimes with some rolls of washi tape, if you rub them really vigorously with scissors like I just did there, it helps them readhere properly. And that little piece of green tape I haven't had any issue with. So this page is the page for my husband. This is Dave's list. That particular page for my April has come in very handy. There have been quite a few things that we had to, that he had to call on and fix, and people to talk to. And some days, on the day we remembered that, oh, hey, we need to call and talk to this department, and we need to call and talk to these people. Sometimes by the time we remembered, they would already be closed down. So having a full page just for his stuff has been very good. More stickers. More cactus stickers. Now, I don't remember. I might have gone through towards the end and done more decorating. I did not apparently fill out the weekly tasks or monthly tasks with you guys. That's okay though. I'm using a couple of my wordy stickers here. A lot of these stickers don't get used by me. As you can see, there's a lot of things on there like deadlines and weekly and movie night, date night, and it's just like, I don't watch movies. I just don't. Most of them don't interest me. Which is why I don't have a media tracker. And this ombre strip of washi with the green was perfect for that side right there. And almost every single month, my husband has 3 or 4 people that he has to call or needs to call. And he'll tell me, hey, I gotta call so-and-so. And then sometimes it'll take like a week to remember to call. In May, I went with very simple weeklies. You can see all the green stickers. The main reason for doing weeklies in May was just because it was easier to set up. So... And you can see that June mini page is already set up as well. I'm just looking through my stickers real quick to see if there's any that might be good for adding a little something extra. And yeah, that big open spot there at the bottom of the Mayweather tracker was bugging me. So we fill it with cactuses. May is when it really starts getting sunny around here. During the springtime, it's not uncommon for us to occasionally get really cloudy days. No rain, but we'll get cloudy days and a lot of wind. We've had so much wind. We've had so many windstorms this year. Part of that probably because it's an El Nino year. It's promising to be a rather spectacular El Nino year, and that has definitely already created some interesting weather circumstances for us. Is this gonna fit? And as I told you guys in the beginning, super simple. I mean, there's not really... I think the only thing that really changes between my videos and my setups is the colors. So I guess we're just gonna have to go back to this one. Now, in case it hasn't been obvious, I really rely on stickers a lot. Man, me and ums today. Oh well. I rely on stickers and washi tape because I cannot draw or doodle to save my life. Sometimes I can do it really well, and other times it just does not happen. Normally I've got a pair of tweezers that I use to pull my stickers off, but I accidentally left those in the drawer and I did not feel like going after them. So, here you go. We've got the mini calendar with the little flip-up piece of vellum. And I really like how that came together. And as, the month goes on, I will fill in underneath the space. Underneath, we've got my projects, and that page is going to be full, I guarantee it. Leftovers, weather tracker, videos, habit trackers, Dave's list, sleep tracker. And that does it for my May bullet journal setup video, guys. I thank you very much for sharing your time with me today. Don't forget to hug your loved ones tight, and I do mean tight. And I'll catch you guys in the next video, whatever it ends up being. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.